We've taken the lead.
Man.
Thought I did that trouble and I see you,
Man. How about them Saints, man? Damn. Just like that, man. 1-1. Welcome to the fifth quarter, man. It's the homie Geraldine. I'll be starting tonight's show on my own, but I will be joined by Miss Neek momentarily. Wow. Damn. And I'm trying to laugh about it because I want everybody else to be able to relax about it. Now, I ain't going to tell you the Saints about to win the Super Bowl. I'm not about to do that, okay? But I will tell you that you're going to see this throughout the NFL season this year because of the uniqueness of the season. This is the fifth quarter, New Orleans Saints post-game radio show, podcast, YouTube show. We kind of all of that right now, okay? Hosted by yours truly, Geraldine, and the phenomenal Miss Neek. She'll be joining me shortly. And last week, we had this guy. His name is Big Dub, okay? And he says he's a part of the show. But the Saints lose, and he's hard to find right now. We're going to put a call in. You know, if you have a sighting on Big Dub, please feel free to text me, okay, to let me know what's going on with Big Dub. Feel free to, comment in our Spreaker chat room, Spreaker.com, /SportsTalkNola, the fifth quarter, Geraldine. You can search up like any of that and like holler at your peoples. You know what I'm saying? But I heard he's not doing well right now. And I'm a Saints fan too. I am. I'm a Saints fan, believe it or not. I am. I love my Saints. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm going to hold it down for my dogs, okay? And we're going to talk tonight, and we're going to try to heal, because the NFL season is a long one. And I know y'all didn't expect to lose this game. I know. I didn't expect to lose it either. But we're here, which makes next week's game against the Green Bay Packers very serious. Very, very serious. Again, we are broadcasting over a variety of networks right now. Please, if you're watching me live on YouTube, share that link. If you're listening to the podcast or the radio show via a variety of networks, I don't even know where we are half the time. Like, I just look up and I find out that somebody else is carrying the show. That's just where it's at. I ain't mad at it. God is good. I'm going to do what I do. Saints fall tonight. Just in case you don't know what happened, the Saints fall tonight. What was it, 34-24? They let the Raiders score 34 points. The defense let the Raiders score 34 points. Drew Brees didn't help out the cause by throwing an interception at the end of the half. That wasn't a good look. And kind of gave them boys the momentum they needed to get going. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I want to make sure that, I'm going to be here for a while. So I want to be here for you. If you got comments, you got feelings, the homie is here for you. And what I'm going to ask is that you just share the link. Let's have a conversation tonight. Let's talk, let's talk. Let's talk Saints football tonight. Let's talk the rest of the season. Like, are you depressed? Are you nervous? Are you upset? Are you feeling that kind of way right now? And, look, I understand it. And what you see me doing, if you're looking at me live on YouTube right now, is I got a slew of comments, people hitting me up via text. I'm on Twitter at JAY Orleans. They trying to say, Jay, look, what you think. People pissed off, and I get it. I'm upset too. I'm looking at my son's coach. He's on, local radio here or local television here with a brand new show. They're looking good too. Shout out to Coach, man. Shout out to JT Curtis. Looking good up there, doing what he do. Good man, if I must say so myself. Happy that the young kids will be able to play a high school season. Maybe they could tackle better. Maybe they won't have as many penalties as the Saints ended up committing tonight. 10 penalties over 100+ yards in penalty yards tonight that the Saints gave up. Just right there, you kind of giving away a lot. A lot of pass interference calls, secondary calls that cost the Saints in crucial situations. You got a third down. The game is coming down to one play. What is it, like 3rd and 5 or something like that? And then they go deep and they get Jenkins for pass interference and puts those folks in field goal range, and they kick the field goal and pretty much ice the game away. Saints look good starting the game. They look good. You would have rather them score. That would have been nice to have. But they look good, and they scored a touchdown. Excuse me. They did score. They scored 3 points. What I'm going to ask Miss Neek to do, if she's listening, and look, bear with us. This is a brand new show with a lot of different working parts, all right, that we got going on right now at the same time. So love us through it. The talent is phenomenal. And it ain't me being high off my own supply. I'm just telling you, be patient tonight, and I'm going to give you what you want. You ain't going to talk Saints sports like this nowhere else tonight. I don't care who you're listening to. I'm going to give you a real perspective. I am a fan of the Saints, but I'm very honest about my squad. It didn't hurt to watch the game. It hurt to watch the game. Ms. Neek says she is indeed ready, and we want to pull her in. Let me pull up my Zoom so that she can come on in and join the show over on YouTube. If you are looking for us on YouTube, simply search The Fifth Quarter. And we spell it like this, FIFTH, quarter. If you don't know how to spell quarter, then you don't need to be listening to the show. You need to go ahead on and learn how to spell, okay? You ain't about to embarrass me trying to spell quarter on the show. I ain't going to do that, all right? It's not happening. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm looking real old. They're asking me what type of screen to show. What's up, Miss Neek? How you doing?
Man, I had to go find my mask because our defense was playing like they had the fucking coronavirus.
Wait, we clean. I know you mad. We got to be clean.
I know how I feel, but our defense was playing like I needed to cover up. I got sick watching. God, what? Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm done. What up? It's your girl, Miss Neek. Yeah, that was interesting.
But look, let me give you some respect, because I know there's a lot going on. I got you in my prayers. You know that. I told you that earlier. I'm sending good energy to you and everybody that you love. But I was nervous. I'm like, okay, they lost. Is she gonna come through? Is she gonna come up tonight and face the music tonight?
Well, okay. Well, first things first. I live in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And the thing about Los Angeles is Los Angeles is not a football town by any stretch of the imagination. However, whenever a Cali team beats my team, this thing right here goes bananas. I got text messages from phone numbers I don't even know. We've never texted before in life. The first text message I ever got was, "Oh, sorry for the loss, champ. Oh, y'all look bad out there." Like, who is this? Hello? Who do the Raiders know that you're a fan? Because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So had to deal with that. Yes, because it never fails. Raiders, 49ers, Rams, Chargers.
Right.
Anytime a Cali team beats New Orleans, here we go. So I had to show up for that first. Then I had to hit up the Raiders fans that I was talking, the talk that I talk.
I got you. And
hit them, you know what I'm saying? And then I found out that you was on the air, and I didn't know that was happening.
You're going to do me like that, right? It's just a simple miscommunication. That's all.
No. It wasn't a miscommunication. It was a non-communication. Because you didn't.
You know what I'm going to do? I would read to the people. I would read them, but I'm not going to do that. Just trust you, boy.
You don't have to read it. All I said was, I'm ignoring phone calls because if I answer the phone calls, I'm not coming on the show.
So I just misinterpreted that. She wrote that. She was upset, and she wrote that. Look, I need you to do this for me if you don't mind. I got people asking for the link to the show, okay? So can you do me something? My phone is broke. Yeah, I walk around with a broke iPhone because I don't feel like getting it fixed. I don't want to pay money to talk to nobody no more. I'm already paying enough money in services, okay? And I ain't really feeling paying money to just look at the screen right now. I'm going to get over it one day.
You're just going to keep paying for services that you can't use because your phone is broke. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It don't, but okay. So where you want me to drop this link, though?
Look, send me the link via text. I got somebody asking for the YouTube link. They want to check us out on YouTube, so I'm going to send them the link. Look, We on YouTube. We on Spreaker.
Facebook.com/Neek Conley, and it's the last link on my page. No, I'm gonna send it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Saints. Look, man. Saints. Oh, wait. Hold up. You joined. I know me and you had our exchange. I put out we looking for him. Call. Where that boy at? That's how I'ma say it. Big Dub last week was talking all this Saints gonna go this and 3. And
next week is a given. Next week's
right. I'm gonna be doing a show from the stadium. I'm gonna go live. That's what he said. Remember, we can play back the show. I'm gonna go live from the stadium, right?
It did happen. I mean, that did happen. I'm not gonna say nothing because he repping for my squad, but I'm just saying, like, he didn't show up for us tonight, and he ain't mentioned nothing about the plans that he claimed he had tonight. So I'm gonna let you do that.
I'm gonna tear his ass up because he be playing with me. He think he's on my level when it comes to this. Now, I love him. That's my dude. I've been knowing Big Dub since we was little, and he had his first fight at Eisenhower. I was right there to witness the whole thing. I ain't gonna tell you if he won or lost. Just
because I'm an ass. Did he win?
Yeah, people nosy, and if I ain't saying he won and I ain't saying he lost, then I'm gonna let you draw the conclusions. But I love you, Big Dog.
He didn't look as bad as our defense looked today.
I love you, Big Dog.
It's the first fight.
I'm gonna tell you what, just a little bit. I know y'all listening for a Saints show, but when your partner, his feelings is so hurt he can't show up, you got to catch a little bit of this heat tonight, especially since I'm pissed off with Saints lost. So I might as well give him a little bit of this energy that I'm feeling. All I got to say is his wonderful, incredible, brilliant mom. She came to school and said, I didn't even know why you friends with him. He ain't nothing but trouble. You just let him get you in trouble when you fighting people. Warner fought a bully at the school. Now, I give Warner a lot of respect for that, because a lot of people wouldn't fight a bully. And I wish the Saints defense would have bullied the Raiders tonight. They could have took some.
No. Not just Waller.
There you go. Yeah.
If they could have just double team, triple team him. I don't care. Take coverage off of these rookies and put it on him because he's clearly embarrassing y'all. Like, clearly embarrassing. And it don't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who's coming for him. He's embarrassing y'all. So why haven't we double teamed him at least? It was mind blowing to me.
It was scary. It was scary, but. Hey, look, it's a long season, and we'll get back to Big Double later on the show. That's a teaser. I'll give y'all the rest of the information later on.
I'm trying to stay with us. I don't want to tell a story about how he lost his first fight. I don't want that to happen.
Well, I'm going to get it to y'all by the end of the show. You will get all of it. That was part 1. So part 2 will come a little at the midway point, and then I'll finish the show off with how he got his ass bust, just like the Saints did tonight, 34-24, okay? This is JL Lynch. Y'all know how I do it. I'm gonna keep it hot. If you say you're gonna be on this L with me and you don't come on this L with me, and if you disagree with me the way that he was disagreeing with me, I'm a Saints fan. I want him to win. I'm gonna light your ass up next week. You got to be here to face this, because we ain't gonna be able to come back and talk about it next week. The Saints will have to rebound incredibly fast, because guess what, Ms. Neek? They got Aaron Rodgers, that badass man, coming in the Superdome with an undefeated Packers team that's scoring 40 points a game. That man coming here next week, and I don't know.
I'm really trying to kind of wrap my head around where Drew's mind is, because like his quote today in front of the show was, basically like, I hit all the records, so now I'm just gonna lay it all out on the table, and if this is laying it out, bro, I don't really know. Like, you could have just kept it in your pocket. Like, what we doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? But realistically, Drew didn't really have a lot of time with the ball tonight.
Right.
Anything, the Raiders figured that out. Like, we just gonna keep his ass off the field, and they just kept extending plays. Our pass coverage was trash tonight.
Yes,
horrible tonight. And like, it's one thing to extend the play on the ground, but you extending the play in the air. Like, where there's no cut. Our corners were slow tonight. It was just bad. It was just really, really bad to watch. And I'm like after the first half, there should not have been 4 consecutive unanswered scores at all. That should not have happened. Like, so we try to figure out where the breakdown is, and in essence, it's our defense. But then, do you hold the defense accountable for that? Because they're on the field at least 60 to 70% of the game.
Very good point. Very good point. That defense got tired. They got tired. They want to field a lot, and John Gruden, look, Saints fans should remember John Gruden, because John Gruden coached against Sean Payton, during his tenure in Tampa Bay. And he found a way to make the games very difficult for the Saints as coach there in Tampa Bay. And tonight, was similar. He understands that you got to get Drew Brees off the field, and you have to force him into positions where he forces the ball. And when the Saints had a lot of momentum in the game, and the Raiders were pushing, that interception to close the half, that was similar to what happened in the wild card game last year with the Vikings. And the Saints are pushing the ball down the field, and boom, you kind of suck the momentum out by, throwing an interception right before the half, and the team goes down and scores. Disappointing, but let's be fair. And here's the fairness, and I ain't trying to sell y'all no false hope. But you know what tonight looked like to me? When I look at it and I look at the amount of penalties and watch how the Saints played tonight's game, it looked like week 2 of preseason. That's what it looks like. It looked like a week 2 game in preseason. And for me, I don't want to hear it anymore. I know a lot of NFL players feel like we don't need preseason because, technically they don't really make money for those games, right? At least that's what we're told. But they need preseason because if you're going to have a performance like what we saw, and Sean Payton also attributed some of the Saints' struggles last week to him being a little rusty with his play calling. Then we got to have an opportunity to make sure that we sharp going into the season when it counts.
Even if not preseasons, we need OTAs for sure.
Definitely.
They need some sort of interaction and connection so that they can start to feel this rhythm because they're not getting it, they're not catching it, and it's funny to watch because the Saints, we're a pretty solid team. We've been together for a while. There haven't been a lot of personnel changes over the past couple seasons. So you would think that we would be of the teams that are actually making this rhythmic change in this season. Like we catching on hella quick because, we just have been together. We play together. We know each other. But we got Thomas out. Offense is a little shook because Cook made a good play, but he didn't really show up the way we needed him to. You know, he didn't make a statement the way that we would expect him.
He out there pushing people in the back, embarrassing, just all caught. If you're gonna do something like that, you people taught you gotta do something like that on the slick. He ain't even trying to make that slick. He pushed his ass in the back real quick. Man threw the flag.
Writing the numbers.
Man, I'm like, come on, bro. I'm sorry, I'm sending you the link. They got people asking me for the link. Look, if you don't know where we at, we trying to make sure that you know where we at. Y'all, look, subscribe. I know people all the time, y'all watch the YouTube videos and you're like, well, I'll come back. Y'all lazy asses need to subscribe to the show.
No, don't disrespect. It's just a click, y'all. So all you got to do is click right down at the bottom, click subscribe, and all that will give you all the alerts that you need anytime we come on air. Or you can follow us at Love Sports and Hip Hop on Facebook, and we'll drop the link there.
So you're gonna be nice to him. I'm upset right now. I'm gonna if you ain't following us,
you're not being a fan. We supposed to be like really talking.
You're right. Okay. All right.
I got all mine off before I got on air. So you want to hurry up and jump on air so you can yell at the screen. I'm gonna go on and cuss and yell and throw stuff in here, and then I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk to y'all the way I need to talk.
But at least look, we get respect because win, lose, or draw, after every single Saints game, you're gonna find us doing this. We're gonna do this show for y'all. We're gonna be here for y'all. We're gonna build it. We're gonna have a good time. You mentioned, the Raiders keeping the Saints off the field. Let me ask you this question. Drew Brees. Alvin Kamara had a great game. I know some of the yardage was in situations where, the game had been decided, but before then he played. He played a good game today.
Yeah, he ran hard. He's earning his money.
Right. He's under his business. I cannot be mad at Alvin Kamara. Let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. Drew Brees. You still think Drew Brees got enough in his tank to get one more?
I'm nervous. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. I personally don't think it's going to happen this year. And the funny thing is I don't think that a lot of commentators think it either because they keep saying it could be his last season, might not be. I feel like he's going to get – this season is just off. He doesn't have the OTAs. He didn't get the preseason. We got Michael Thomas is out. We didn't really do any major personnel changes to bring in any additional weapons for him. Right. And he's like, okay, I'm rusty. we already, I don't know if y'all were nervous, but I get nervous every time he go for the long ball. Like every time he caught me, I'm like, oh no, because he's just been a little off. The throws have been wobbly.
All right.
They haven't been as accurate. Not just now, he's still Drew Brees, okay? So he's still going to be accurate, but he's not as accurate. Drew Brees used to thread a needle with that football. And now it's a little shaky. He's behind his receivers. He's coming in too high. We saw that today where he just came in hella high. So it's just making me nervous because one, our run game isn't as hefty as it used to be. Now we done lost what, the number one threat on the team. And I just don't see it for him this year. And I like I said, could be wrong. It's game 2.
Well, yeah, we
really don't see it.
We're hoping, that we can get it done. David Carr had a really good game. 28-38, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did get sacked 3 times. The Saints was on top of his ass in the first quarter. They was getting after him. That pressure kind of alleviated. It went away. And you would have thought that pressure would have stayed because the Raiders' offensive line was a makeshift offensive line tonight. Like, they were missing a few starters. Even the starter tonight went down. They had 2 guys out coming into the game. Richie Incognito, they lose him. And, they kind of pull it together. The kid, Josh Jacobs, 27 carries, 88 yards. That's being patient with the one. When you run in 27 times, that's what you said earlier. You put it right on, you hit the nail on the head. You said, hey, look, keep the ball out of that offense's hand. And they did just that. They established a run, even when it's hard. The Saints, under Dennis Allen, our defensive coordinator, have been hard to run the ball on as of recent. And, 27 carries, 88 yards. I ain't always the best at Matt. And I said it how I want to say it, Matt. Okay, I ain't the best at Matt all the time.
Who's Matt? Who that is? Who Matt is?
I'm not the best at it all the time, but okay, that seems like a reasonable average. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get in the end zone. The other guy, Richard, he did, and the Saints didn't even try to tackle him. Did you see that commercial? Look, here we go. Speaking of commercial, they're trying to interrupt me while I'm looking at stats. Did you see that commercial with one of these fantasy football companies that said, if there's a 20-yard play in the fourth quarter for a touchdown, you could play for like $100,000. And I was sitting there like, that ish ain't gonna happen tonight. And when he broke that 20-yard run, I was like, I'll be damn. I should have went on here and just jumped online. And
listen, we both was like, I need to download this app. No, realistically, we got some really big plays tonight. You know what I'm saying? If with a carry of 29 yards in the first quarter, broke 2 tackles, still got great yardage. He did it again, 25 yards in the second quarter. We had some big runs. It's not really like it's not like it was unfeasible, but like as I was trying, I had a bunch of shit going on. I was trying, get dressed at halftime. I'm like,
she cussing, y'all. She cussing. Please, just excuse us.
What did I say?
You just said the S word. She just
they say that on TV. Don't play me. They say the S word on ABC. Do not play me.
Cussing in front of these people.
ABC, don't come for me. Because
children listening to us.
Y'all children better be asleep. It is 9:00. Go to bed.
It's 9:00 over there. It's 11:00 in New Orleans. They can't go to sleep. They bothered right now. My son, I know he up right now. His heart hurting. And
that's what I'm saying. It's just go to bed. I just want to go sleep. If I didn't have to sit here and talk to you, I just went got into bed, turned my phone off. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. And then you'd have pulled
a big dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dub though. Dub is in Vegas.
He's in Vegas.
He's in Vegas. He lives in Las Vegas. His next door neighbors are Las Vegas Raiders fans.
He's bucking everybody right now. Then, so he had to hurry up and
he was outside screaming. He said he was gonna go outside. He was gonna be out there.
He sure did. You tell the truth tonight. He said that. He told y'all, "I'm gonna do the show in front of the stadium.
I'm yelling.
I'm gonna be out there. Ain't nobody else gonna be there but me. Social distancing."
Don't do dub.
He said all that, and Nas look for me. Where that boy at, man? Where that boy? That should be the hashtag. Where that boy at?
They probably just surrounded his house. Raider fans are crazy. They probably outside his house waving flags with crossbows out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because the strip was lit up.
Speaking of lit up, the Saints defensive backfield got ass lit up. I could say that. That word is okay.
You could say that.
I ain't really cuss as the world turns.
That's a cuss word. Can you say it to your mama?
Yeah.
Could you say it at 9 to your mama?
No.
It's a cuss word.
Nah, she just some words you just couldn't use because your mama be tripping sometimes. You know how they go. Your mamas be tripping. They ain't always right.
Word. I couldn't call my mama mother. Mother was a cuss word. It was
yeah, your mama was really tripping. She's really
so that's a cuss word too. Don't play it.
She hit you in the head. She ever hit you in the head with a coconut or a stick?
I think I'd have had a stick, but I ain't gonna say it because if I say it, then I'm snitching.
Then that's child abuse and everything. Yeah, you're right. We don't. And I will tell your mama. I'll tell her. Look, Neek on there telling people all kind of bad stuff about you. But speaking of getting beat up and wish their mama probably would have gave them advice on how to do the right thing tonight. Again, the same secondary. All them damn penalties. Like we cannot play defense legitimately. And I know what Saints fans are gonna do. They're gonna call and they're gonna say, look, you know what? We got to make sure that we're paying attention to our YouTube chat. I don't even see it. So if y'all talking, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Let me focus.
Okay, I apologize. But because you know Chuck, he definitely gonna come to. Oh, yep, Chuck is there. He definitely gonna come let us know what's going on right now. He talk about the Sin City. But listen, you know, the Saints defense can't play good defense as it relates to the back seven without fouling. You know, Marcus Williams every week, there's something he's doing wrong. Malcolm Jenkins didn't have his best game. I had a partner of mine who, you know,
Jenkins had a good game today.
Who had a good game?
Neither of the Jenkinses had a good day.
Good job. Yeah, the Jenkins boys. Yeah, the Jenkins boy. Yeah, that's Roscoe Jenkins and them people out there. You know, the family reunion, and you know, you seen that. You saw that
reunion and got connected with their roots because they was not planting their feet and tackling nothing. It was hurt on every route. It was disgusting. And like and we cannot go into this season averaging over 100 yards of penalties. We just because right now we're averaging like 110. Like that's ridiculous.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing.
And then the worst penalties at the worst time. You're gonna get PI.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say this, and you know we're gonna try to we're gonna keep it Saints. You know we're gonna keep it on the field for the most part, right? But I do like some of the commercials I saw. You know, it's bigger than football. We won't be too heavy because everywhere y'all look right now, everything is heavy. You know, and me and Miss Neek gonna try to come and bring y'all a lighter side of what's going on. 2020 done been one of them years you wish you just had to skip. Like if you could skip it, you wish you could, right? But I got partners of mine, you know, they vote all over the place. They think all over the place. And I still love them. God's grace is sufficient, right? Texting me talking about, I don't like, you know, Malcolm Jenkins. Like, you know, I know his political affiliations, by the way. So the first thing I'm already detecting, you know, is, you know, Mitch, I'm going to say Mitch today. Mitch assness. And I know that's a dated term, but I think it's still relevant. You know, just like, you know, people used to say you acting like a punk or something else. Partners of mine, you know, it is what it is. But he's criticizing Malcolm Jenkins unfairly. You know, tonight wasn't his best game, but a little bit more extra than what he should. And this is after the Drew Brees interception. I said, well, what happened to the Drew Brees interception? And I defend all my boys. I love them all, you know. But he's sitting there talking, you know, well, I didn't see that I was asleep. I said, well, your old ass need to make sure that you stay up because he's well into his 50s. And when he come back and look at the show, if he's not watching now, he'll probably be, you know, inclined to comment. He know I love him, and he, you know, that's my boy. But don't be criticizing people because you're mad about their political stances. Let's criticize fairly. Like when it should go across the board. Drew Brees, you know, did not play like a guy that, you know, is the caliber of his caliber, okay? You know, so if you're going to criticize Malcolm Jenkins, make sure you flip over and you talk about Drew Brees. I'm just saying keep it fair across the board.
I mean, they both were trash tonight.
Right.
Right. I mean, there's not really much we could say about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm Jenkins is getting burned on routes left and right. And I'm like, is he tired? Baby.
Lattimore too. Lattimore got a check he's supposed to be trying to cash next year. And I'm scared for him. That check looking like it might get, they docking that check. That check ain't looking nice. It ain't looking.
You know who I gained some respect for tonight? What's his name? The new baby that's in for Davenport. Hendrickson? Is it Hendrickson?
Oh yeah. He did his thing. And it keep Roach. Yeah.
It came right back and blew up the RB. Next one. Blew his ass up, caught him in the backfield. I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Doing his thing. That's right. He did his thing. Everybody wasn't bad, but the majority was. They were bad.
I mean, they were. I mean, we had a lot. We had a lot that we were dealing with, and it was. It's really hard, and it's tough because you want to be fair. You don't know if they've been able to work out kinks. I don't know how much are they practicing. Are you?
Yeah, they have some sense of normalcy, but just like all of us, everybody's adjusting. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I said if you're joining us late, that this looked to me more like preseason game number 2. That's what it looked like, and the Saints were able to get away with preseason game number 1. And here's a real. I think a real fair way to look at, what the Saints should look like after 4 weeks. If the Saints are at 504 weeks, you would think that going into the 5th game, that at that point we would have some continuity, because every season you need it. Every year you need it. Hopefully at that point they can turn the corner, and about that time you're looking at maybe, getting our stud receiver back, and I want him just to make sure he's careful and to make sure that when he does return, he's really ready to go. I don't want him to be hampered by that injury all year long. Right. But the Saints, they need to work. They need to work. Every NFL team needs to work. What is alarming is this. If you watch football on yesterday, you saw the Kansas City Chiefs in a very tough game against the San Diego Chargers. Oh, they're not in San Diego no more. The LA Chargers, okay? The LA Chargers. And they were able to pull that game out. Super Bowl caliber quarterback, Super Bowl winning team, tough game early in the season. That's a strong character win by Kansas City. Saints had the same kind of situation here tonight, where I know you're on the road. You're not facing the crowd that should have been there tonight to open up a new stadium. If you jump on this team early and you pounce on them and you put them away, then, you make them think that they can't play with you. Well, the Saints start off the first drive of the game. They only get 3, and to give those boys some confidence. They're up 10-0, and then they come back. And as you stated, it just the Saints, they look off. They didn't look like they were really interested in the game. The energy wasn't as live as it should be. I see Chuck is lighting it up over there. I don't know if you've seen all of his comments. I know you usually pull in a lot of the stuff. I'm gonna let you kind of bring in some of his stuff so we can kind of.
So Chuck is going like ridiculously ham.
He's on it tonight. He's definitely on it.
So I don't really know where we should start. So let's start up at the top. Drew Brees looks like he's confused. No confidence. And Sean needs to play another QB to wake Drew up. I don't necessarily know if Drew would be. I wouldn't say that he would be intimidated by another quarterback coming in, because you would think lightning doesn't strike twice, right? So you throw another 2nd round QB in, and it's like, he's not gonna do what Teddy did last year. That's just not gonna happen, So it's not a real threat. Now, had we kept Teddy, and Sean said, "Yo, Teddy, go run and give me a couple plays," come out, like, I think that might shake him up a little bit. Like, hold on, he's not gonna win my Super Bowl, right? So I don't think that we have a backup QB that has enough firepower in him to put any fire or fear into Drew right now. So we just kind of stuck with him, just hoping that he wants this Super Bowl ring hard enough for him to go as hard as we need him to go this year.
Chuck says USTA Davenport, which is the player that we drafted from USTA, Marcus Davenport. We gave up an extra 1st-round pick to acquire that guy. Is always hurt. Now, let me tell you what makes me really, really uncomfortable about that pick. And a lot of people in New Orleans don't realize how close, or they don't remember how close we were to acquiring the last 2 NFL MVPs. Mahomes would have been the Saints pick. We ended up taking Marcus Lattimore because Andy Reid knew that we were going to take Patrick Mahomes and jumped up in front of us and took him. And that's going to really haunt a lot of us for a long time. So that happened. And he, of course, he won the MVP a few years ago. And then with the young man, what's his name? I know it's Jackson. That kid actually went with the last pick in the draft a few years ago as well. And the Saints took 2 picks and moved up. And even Mel Kiper, who works for ESPN, he thought that the Saints were getting ready to pick the quarterback. Like he thought sure the Saints was going to pick the quarterback, and they didn't. They ended up picking Marcus Davenport. And so, for me, I've tried to be fair with the kid and give him a chance, but it just does not look like he's able to find health right now with the Saints. And hopefully, look, it's a long season. I don't want to paint doom and gloom for everybody tonight. I want us to be able to call it a real, but at the same time, keep it in perspective, because if the Saints win next week, one, Big Dub is banned. He cannot come. If the Saints win next week, his ass cannot come on the show next week because he will come smile. And I knew y'all thought he was going to be on
the show next week so we can clown his ass. Because if he shows up next week after not showing up tonight, I'm touched. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, here's the deal. If the Saints win
the Saints win.
Okay. In your words, when they win, I ain't ready to go there yet because I can't.
Part of attraction is real. When the Saints win.
Okay. All right. Well, when they win, all right. Big Dog can come show his face for like 2 minutes. Cause I ain't gonna hear it. He gonna be all the Saints is so amazing and nah, bro. We ain't trying to hear that from you. We used to tell him he talk about he going and he got a game. If he ain't coaching, if he trying to play tonight, he's playing anything tonight. He's wasting his time. He ain't ready because I told y'all I was going to tell y'all about how he had that fight. And I was right there to see it. I was like, could have been a referee. I could have been a damn referee is how close I was to the fight. I was excited because I was trying to make this fight happen for a few weeks. And I know he probably forgot it. He probably had a concussion.
You're the instigator of said fight?
Oh, yeah. I made it happen. Because let me tell you, Big Dub was tall. He was tall. He was like 8 foot tall in elementary school. He was brand new to the school. I'm like, if anybody could beat the bully up, Big Dub could beat the bully up, okay? I had a lot of confidence in him. I thought he could get it done. But in the back of my mind, I said, wait a minute. I'm looking at the type of jeans he wearing and shoes he wearing. I don't know if he could really handle this, but sometimes you can be fooled. So see, don't play with me. If you're gonna come for me like you came for me last week, when you come for me, I'm gonna light your ass up if you don't show up to handle your business. He need to show up, okay? So he got beat up. He got beat up bad. And his mama came and said, like I told y'all, why is you friends with him? He's not good people to be friends with. She was wrong about that. She's beautiful. She was a beautiful woman. Yeah, she was. Cause I was a bad kid a little bit. Sometimes, just every now and then I was. Not a whole bunch of times though. I was a gifted and talented child though. I had a great mind. You know what I'm saying? So I had to entertain myself.
You used it for the wrong reasons.
I just wanted to see if Big Dog could beat him up. That's all.
No.
I wish the Saints, just like you wanted to see the Saints beat the Raiders up tonight, that Warner was my Saints that day. He was my Saints.
So Chuck says the Saints play needs audience. They're gonna need their fans to move forward. I said this last week. Especially in the dome, our lack of crowd noise and just knowing that we have that team rallying behind us. They talk about the 12th man in Seattle. Ain't nothing like New Orleans fans. And everybody that I know that has gone to the city during the football season is like, yo, like everywhere I walk, there's Saints stuff everywhere. Everybody got their jerseys on Fridays. Like, they got meals and deals and everybody's a Saints fan. I mean, and that's just the way it works. When you have that kind of love rallying behind you, you just want to play better. You want to do better and perform better. And we just don't have it. And we're not used to it. And we've had it since Katrina?
Yeah, it's been lit. Shout out to my homie, man. My little bro, this dude is a really good brother, a stand-up cat in every way, shape, and form. He tagged me before the game. He's a legitimate Raiders fan. Before I pull him in, and I'm going to let you kind of bring his comments in if you don't mind, Ms. Neek. Dewan, okay, he's a legitimate Raider fan. He's from California. He supports everything that we do. He listens to Love Sports and Hip Hop. He's just a really, really, really good cat, right? But he tagged me. He said, look, we got a game. Now, yeah, that's true. We did have a game, and I'm going to let him get his shine on. But this cat's like a Madden PlayStation, guru. Like, he's really nice and just You know how we talked about, Warner and his situation? Well, this guy, I ran a league, the AML. And if you're listening to us on Spreaker, you're familiar with that because I did a few shows on the network about our Madden League, which is pretty entertaining, by the way. I played this guy twice in the Super Bowl. He had the Raiders both times, and I had the Saints. I got 2 rings off of DeJuan. I won both times. So while he's going to tease me tonight, I'm definitely going to put that out there that with my Saints teams, we ain't lose to the Raiders when it counted. I handled my business. We did what we had to do. But tonight, in real life, congratulations, DeJuan. Your Raiders, you open up your stadium in Las Vegas. They did move from Oakland. Like, he's an Oakland kid. So your team moved, man. You really shouldn't even really be a fan of them like that. But he is.
If the Saints leave, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be a Philadelphia Saint fan.
I can't do that. Yeah, that's it. They called me enough harder.
Like, that don't even sound right. But DeJuan said, "Let's go Raiders." Raiders are probably gonna win 3 or 4 games this year, which I concur because Carr is trash. I'm sorry.
I think the man. I can't say that. Let me tell y'all what I saw. They're 2-0. Okay, John Gruden is trying to get it going. The tight end that we talked about, I thought he looked well. I thought the running game was solid. The defense leaves a lot to be determined. I think that, if you're talking about them beating Kansas City for the division, I ain't seeing that. I don't see that. But, could they be one of those teams that get off to a really good start and hold on to make the playoffs? I ain't saying it's impossible. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna hate on the man tonight. We lost, man. We lost.
I mean, we did lose, but that don't mean that come on, whatever. I got Raiders fans in my phone talking about, yeah, we still trash though. Yeah, we're just okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad you know that. Raiders will be in the playoffs. No, they won't. Especially if you talk about 6-8, 9-12. You go 9-12, you're not going. Like if you go to the playoffs 9-12, bruh, something.
All right, let me read because you can't read it. I will. Phil says one more thing, and I didn't even see the first thing you put, but I guess you can find that. One more thing, Miss Neek, you're looking very beautiful tonight. I had to.
Oh, well, thank you, baby. I had to come on here looking better than our defense. I had to. I couldn't have y'all come here looking at this after y'all done looked at what y'all looked at all night. Like that's just ridiculous. We can't do that. We can't do that. I appreciate that. Defense is still young. We can beat KC because they can't stop our run.
I'm not even going deep. This tonight was a really good win, and I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna hate on y'all. You'll probably watch the games. It's a division game. Miss Nick, you said it last week. The Falcons, and I got something to say about the Falcons, by the way, because I'm tired of us in this city. Okay, I'm tired. Tired of us. Let me say it right now. I'm tired of us in this city worried about a losing organization. We gonna get what we deserve. Y'all better leave them people alone. You don't talk about a cursed person because you end up getting some of their bad energy on you. Y'all notice ever since the Falcons have been doing incredible, crazy, foolish things and the way that they lose, and we be teasing their ass 28-3 and we losing the playoffs and all this other type of stuff that's been happening to us. Leave them losing people alone, man. I don't even want to acknowledge them people.
But they come here and they come to here like I'm in New Orleans, I'm in Los Angeles, but they go to the city and they just be talking and they come and do like it's just annoying. It's just I get it. I don't really poke at them a lot until I just absolutely have to. Because it's like, come on, dude. Like, no, stop. Because they talk like they're with us. Like they like we shoulder to shoulder. We're not. Bro,
we ain't even on the same level. It's like when you graduate, you don't be worrying about what the kids underneath you be doing. You don't be trying to watch the fight like I did when I was in elementary school. Like, Big Dub, I'm on your ass all night tonight. And I saw Big Dub lose like the Saints did tonight. But back to what DeJuan was saying. The Falcons play the Saints tough, okay? And they're 0-2 right now, right? If we lost to the Falcons, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, that could never happen. And in the division where you play an opponent twice, you probably usually have a better handle of what they do, a lot more than teams who will play them once that year. And so when we talk about the Kansas City Raiders game, that's a division rivalry there. It's like the Chargers. The Chargers, you just ask, could the Chargers beat Kansas City? my initial reaction is, hell no, they can't beat no Kansas City. But they almost did it. They came in and they did it with a rookie quarterback, a backup quarterback, because Tyrod Taylor, he had a little scare and he had to end up going to the hospital, praying for him in a full healthy comeback. And the injuries this week, Ms. Neek. I know we kind of touching on a lot of everything, but so many injuries this week. Again, preseason and proper training and nurturing is important to your body. They got to nurture themselves better. They got to take care of themselves.
It's like 7 torn ACLs in the NFL last week.
It was brutal week. Phil said he was going to sleep, but when Chuck accused him of being a Cowboys fan, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna stay up." His ass should have stayed up.
Y'all trying to defame my name? I'm gonna go on.
Stay up, man. Stay up. Stay up.
Chuck says the Saints need to stop wearing those soft white uniforms. Now, Chuck, listen, we wear white when we're feeling godly. We didn't get close to God tonight, but you know what I'm saying? You can't come forward. Now, one thing, I did have a conversation about the uniforms before we went on. The gold is off. The gold.
You don't like the gold?
I don't like the gold on the uniforms. I like the gold on the helmets.
You know what? You know what about this uniform that makes me nervous? And I want you, if you don't mind, to pull in DeWine's next comment. The thing that makes me nervous about these uniforms is I always think about the kid. What's his name? And he's a curse, number 43 for the Saints. What's that? What's his name? Marcus Williams. That's his name. Lord, I try to forget his name sometimes.
Something to drink because you be choking on this child's name.
I was hard on him a few years ago. I said the Saints should have got rid of his ass after that game. You was saying, please don't do that, Jay. We should leave. You got to be behind him. He ain't nothing but a baby, and his sad ass has been nothing but notoriously bad since. When I see them white uniforms, all I think about is that game in Minnesota when his ass is bending down looking at the damn ground while the man catching the ball. Every time I see these uniforms, I get scared like that.
You just don't like that boy. You want every opportunity.
No, I don't. I would have told. I'd walk up to him. I said, "Son, you crying?" Let me tell you, there are a lot of people in the world. They got a lot of, they got regular jobs. They get up and go to work on Monday. Son, you're gonna have to find your regular job if you try.
Goodbye. And DeWine is in the comments. And DeWine said KC versus Oakland's first game last year, we had one bad quarter, which cost us the game. Mind you, we didn't have any weapons besides Jacobs. Our defense is faster and better this year. Then he goes on to say San Diego has been playing KC, and San Diego is now Los Angeles. Respect the city. Okay. Los Angeles has been playing KC well the last 3 games prior to this last week. They've held the Patriots to 200 or less yards.
Well, he mean Patrick Mahomes. That's what he meant there. So I cover. That's really good because that boy he's a troop. So that's that thing about a division. When you got to play a team twice, in your division, you know that team well. You get to learn what they do well.
You learn what they do, and then you don't want to be swept. Like, nobody wants to be swept. And that's what I was trying to explain to Dub last week. He's like, I'll beat Atlanta twice. So you say that shit every year, and every year we lose a game. We drop a game every year. But it's a rivalry. They're not coming in and saying, "Oh, we're gonna lose again because we lost last time." No, they're like, "We lost last time. We gotta hit these boys in the mouth." But let's see. We got Marcus Williams should be gone. Oh God, don't get him riled up.
Yeah, get his ass out of here. Get his ass. I agree with the next comment that Chuck made that the Saints were outcoached. They were outcoached. They were definitely outcoached. And look, John Gruden, he's won the Super Bowl before. He took over Tony Dungy's team in Tampa Bay and got them over the hump. Look, anything can happen in the NFL. Any given Sunday, Thursday, Monday, Saturday sometimes, you can lose. It can happen to you. Let me ask you this. When we're talking, Saints versus Raiders, this is episode 2 of the 5th quarter. Happy to do this with you guys. We're going to make sure that we give y'all this every single Saints game. Now, I know last week we went for an hour and 30 of them things, okay? This week we're running up on 1 hour. I'll let you kind of let me, you'll tell me how you feeling. I think we're doing well. I like what's going on. I like the interaction right now. We pretty much are here for y'all, and we're going to be here for y'all all year long. Hopefully we're here for y'all through a Super Bowl win. We are going to hope that the Saints can do it. If you had to talk about a Saints player tonight, and Chuck brought this guy up, he did well. Traquan Smith, relative to what he does, when Michael Thomas is playing, he's an invisible guy. He's a ghost. But on tonight, he caught 5 balls for 86 yards. He had a long of 29 yards. He was targeted seven times. Yeah, so he played all right. He was straight. You know what I'm saying?
What's the animosity here? Like, I don't understand. The boy.
Look, I'm with you playing. You got to help, man. You got to help Michael Thomas. He needs another player that can get open and be disciplined with it. I don't like the guy doesn't run good routes. He doesn't catch the ball cleanly enough for me. He did something bonehead tonight where he caught the ball and almost lost the first down by going backwards. My dude, catch the ball and get upfield. Then again, any critique that I have for any of these players is simply critique as it relates to the game of football. As it relates to this man personally, I do not know him. We ain't like that over here. I'm wishing that everything in his life is prosperous. You know what I'm saying? We do have certain stations and certain shows that once players come out for certain causes, the station seeks to try to discredit the player because they don't like their cause. And, I call that Mitch Aston's. I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? So for us, that's another good thing about listening to us. You can get an honest take without all that extra animosity that some people holding. Talk about they ain't gonna watch the games and, Malcolm Jenkins, they need to get rid of him. He's a troublemaker. And, and I ain't trying to be political. We ain't getting into all that, but I see through it. And I know you see through it too, Ms. Neek. We ain't gonna have that over here. We gonna really be honest and critique it for what it's really worth,
I'm not disappointed in Smith. I think he's stepping up the way he needs to step up, especially with Thomas being out. I also feel like we don't target him enough. I feel like we spend a lot of time targeting our go-tos, and that's what's making me nervous about Drew. Drew is going to people that are tried and true to him, as opposed to being the Drew of old, where he could target anybody on the field at any time and just know that he's going to get the ball where it needs to be for them to make a play. But right now, he's going to his playmakers. So he's stuttering a little bit, in my opinion. I feel like Smith did his thing. Like you said, he had a long of 29. He had another one of 25. Yeah, he had some missteps, but you got to also take into consideration the fact that he doesn't get targeted. So this is literally like his first full game.
I'm gonna be good. He had a decent game tonight. So I gotta let the man live with that. Most times when I'm watching him, I'm underwhelmed. I'm like, dude, really? Like,
you want to talk about underwhelmed? Let's talk about your boy Emmanuel Sanders.
Okay.
You got a 5-yard score last week, and then after that, it's like, you gonna get up, or you coming? Because we trying to get to the end zone, bro. Like he dropping balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you? Like, what's happening here, bro? Like, we picked you up, got excited, thought it was about to pop, and then not so much.
I mean, he's not a number one. He needs Michael Thomas to be on the field, and that loss is going to hurt. I think that loss will hurt more. And this is going to be crazy to say this. Like, think about it. Last year in the second game of the season, we lost Drew Brees. We talked about Teddy Bridgewater. He's 0-2 at Carolina. He's a game manager. I'm not disrespecting Teddy. I'm glad Teddy got paid. Get paid, Teddy, get paid. But I never was a Teddy Bridgewater like fan or fanatic, right? At the end of the day, and after talking about Teddy with his 2 gloves, that's what I thought about him wearing 2 gloves. I lost my thought. Am I getting old?
Yeah, you are. But we were talking about Emmanuel Sanders, and I'm trying to figure out your correlation between Teddy and Emmanuel, because he's
okay. Here we go. Yes, good job. Great. Thank you for saving me, because I got a good one. Good job.
10 years in the league. I don't care if he's number 2. If you got 10 years in the league, you number 2, number 1 goes out, then you should be stepping up, bro.
I mean, ideally, but some guys are who they are. And listen, this is what I was trying to quantify the loss of Michael Thomas and how big that is. Last year, you lost Drew Brees. Teddy Bridgewater steps in, and you hold the ship down. This year, we lose Michael Thomas, and, we lost the first game without him. Just like we lost the game that Drew Brees initially got hurt in. So we'll see if the Saints adjust after playing a full game without him. They knew it was coming, a little different than Drew Brees and Teddy's situation, where they threw him in, I believe, in the second quarter of that game against the Rams. But we'll see. I think Michael Thomas' loss could even be more a bigger loss, a much bigger loss than a Drew Brees loss last year, or even a Drew Brees loss this year, because I do think that the kid that we have behind Drew Brees, and this kid played at Florida State, and my mind is drawing a blank. That ain't even healthy. That's not healthy. Jameis Winston, there it is. He won a Heisman Trophy. Jameis Winston, I think, could actually come in and play effectively for the Saints. Taysom Hill, we saw tonight what Taysom Hill is. I think the Saints are being more honest with everybody about what they really see in his future. He plays too much all over the field, and he's taking a lot of hits. He does a lot of things. I don't think the Saints serious about him playing quarterback in the future at all. Yeah. But Jameis Winston, I think, if we lost Drew, could come in and hold it down. Phil talks about Malcolm Jenkins, and Malcolm Jenkins not necessarily being necessary. He said to CD Deuce, would he be a better fit than Jenkins in certain packages? I think y'all being hard on Jenkins. I think a lot of guys would find it hard to match up with Waller. And did I say his name right? Because I don't know if it's Waller. I know it's winning. I know it's touchdown and first down.
We're not going to give him all that now.
It looked like that tonight. That's what it looked like tonight.
Waller.
Waller. He was wilding on the Saints tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, look, when you look at what, at the end of the day, the big picture for the Saints is look, it's one game. You didn't have a preseason, and that's not me making excuses. I said it last week. Mm-hmm. Let's watch these games with balance. Let's watch the games with balance. Let's keep it in perspective. If you can come out, and look, I'm not shooting for 500, but if you can come out of the first 4 games at 2-2, and you can get Thomas back and you can get through without losing any significant pieces, I think the Saints will be okay. Is it a bad loss tonight? It's a loss you don't want. And on a schedule that's very tough, you don't want this loss. I get it. And I don't want it. And it hurt. It hurt watching it. But I didn't been through a lot of hurt losses with the Saints. We lost. And it can happen. And they opened up their stadium on Monday Night Football and they got the win. So congratulations to you Raiders fans, all y'all legit Raider fans. Now for you bandwagoners that are hitting up Ms. Neek on her phone, y'all are suckers. That's not healthy. Stop being a sucker and riding the bandwagon, because we ain't gonna hear from y'all for the rest of the year. But
no more. No, but I made that post. I said, Leo, I only really know one real Raiders fan. So anybody else, y'all come at me. I'm gonna show you who that.
Mm-hmm.
We got Phil in the comments. Phil said Sanders is a deep threat. With the 49ers, he had a lot of deep receptions, and with the Broncos, stronger arm QBs, maybe. The Saints play a vertical offense. My point exactly. And if we have, and my thing is if we're gonna be honest, we're all very shaky on Drew Brees' deep passes as of late. So if we know that's where we are, and we know that this is what Sanders is best at, then why was he the pickup that we got last year? Like, why would we go there? Now, I'm not saying, I'm asking, is the pickup a bust? Not necessarily is he the bust.
No.
Is the pickup itself a bust? Did we make a mistake in picking him up because we don't have what we need to get him in play?
No, but the man gets jazzy. He do his thing in a box. If you get in the box with him, he gonna get out. I think that he's getting comfortable with the Saints scheme. Again, playing in this system with Drew Brees and in this offense, it takes a little time. It does. There's very few receivers that can walk in the door and be like, okay, I'm coming in here and I'm gonna be the man. Even Michael Thomas, he had to take at least a year to really get, dominant within the Saints offense. I think Emmanuel Sanders will help the Saints down the line. And again, I keep saying this and stressing it because I don't want you guys to lose your minds tonight. It's a bad loss. Nobody really played well with the exception of Kamara. Kamara played well tonight. But we'll be okay. We're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be all right. What's the prognosis for next week, Ms. Neek? I know we're talking a lot about what happened this week. And we'll give out some game day, I guess. What we going to give out? What we going to say? I know people say game day trophy player of the game. Are we giving out a daiquiri? Are we giving out a snowball? We won't be, what we going to do? We're a New Orleans show, the fifth quarter. The snowball goes to the snowball of the week. What we doing? I don't know what the hell we're going to do.
Get some beignets out.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. All right. So look, From the Saints side, let's start off, if you had to give out some beignets to somebody tonight, my vote goes to Alvin Kamara. I think Alvin Kamara, he had 13 carries, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns with along with 21. He also added 9 receptions for 95 yards, along with 20 with 9 total targets. He was targeted more than any Saints receiver tonight. 9 total targets for Alvin Kamara on tonight. And so for me, that's my Saints player that we're going to, throw them beignets at. Who you going to give yours to?
I'm definitely riding with AK-41. He
right.
He did his thing last week, and he did it. Like I said, he's earning his money. Like, it's not really too many people on the field right now that I feel good about issuing the paycheck to. Be honest. Him, what is his name? Demario Davis.
Yeah, he brings it every week. Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
So he did his thing today. So I mean, it would be between him. Since you got offense, I'm gonna go with Demario Davis on defense today because he really showed up for me.
Okay.
Chuck says my vote goes to the field goal kicker. He gave us the lead, you know what I'm saying, and then we didn't have it no more. So,
for the Raiders, Darian Waller. Is there any debate that anybody else gonna get them beignets on that side?
There's no debate. I wouldn't give nobody no beignets, no way. He only got it because he embarrassed me. Like, you worked for it. Okay. he balled out today. He was unstoppable. It was really hard. His yards after contact were crazy. Like, he just really was a force tonight, and it was really hard for anybody to cover him. He didn't care who you threw at him tonight. He was going. He was on his way to the house.
To answer that question about how many interceptions does Drew Brees have, I believe he only has 1 on the year. That was a very bad interception, to say the least.
Yeah. Don't recall any interceptions last week.
Yeah, he only has 1. Henderson is Chuck's vote on defense. He said he looked well. Green Bay next week, Aaron Rodgers. Ooh,
okay, so Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT, right? So you can't really count him out.
Right.
The only thing that I have faith in is the fact that we're at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's game 3. Hopefully we find some momentum. I mean, I'm always going to be a Saints fan. However, I think that if we do pull it out, it'll be by 4 points or less.
Okay, so you got a tight win next Sunday night for the Saints. So you're going for the Saints to win next week. That's what you're saying.
The Saints winning on a 4-point spread.
Okay, all right. I want to be wrong. So I have the Saints losing next week and going to 1-2. I do think it will be a very close game. I think that Aaron Rodgers will have the ball last, and I think that Aaron Rodgers will score last, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown. I think that Green Bay will go to 3-0 and the Saints will go to 1-2. And then y'all going to be out here tripping after that happened. And I'm going to still tell y'all, chill out because ultimately you got to give the Saints an opportunity. I know that they've been together a while, and I ain't trying to make no excuses for the squad. I get it, and they ain't doing anything. But they got Detroit after that, and, we'll beat Detroit the following week. So, I got them losing next week. We'll be 2-2 after 4 weeks.
2-2 after the 4th game.
Correct. I think we'll be 2-2, and then we're going to see what's happening with it. At that point, we're going to see what's good with it, because we got the Chargers, then we got the Panthers, then we got the Bears, and we can get on a little roll. If we beat Green Bay, then the Saints have an opportunity to go on a roll. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like we beat Green Bay, our confidence boosts through the roof, and we go on a run.
Okay, I'm hoping so, because you look at the 49ers. We talked about the injuries on yesterday. We'll kind of touch on this before we get out of here. They had a lot of players went down. 49ers lost Bosa. Man.
Bosa, QB's out. Garoppolo's out.
Running backs out.
Yep.
A lot of, you saw Saquon Barkley for the New York Giants. He's ACL torn. He's out. Christian McCaffrey, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a similar injury as Michael Thomas has. These boys out here getting hurt. And, for the Saints, if you look at their schedule and how things are kind of falling in place for them, you'll have the Lions game after the Green Bay game, of course. Then you'll have, I don't know if that's a Monday night game. It's 7:15. So, yeah, that should be a Monday night game against the Chargers, the LA Chargers. Then you got the Panthers, and that's at home. You'll go on the road to the Bears. And then you got a Sunday night matchup, my birthday weekend, which that's 11-8, this particular game. Saints at Bucks. And so it'll be interesting to see what both teams will be at that point. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, part 2 in the division. We'll see where it is. That's a long time from now. But the Saints have a lot of opportunities to get stronger and to get better. And now to look at the schedule, when you look at the injuries and what's going on, you should play a Panthers team without Christian McCaffrey, maybe, or it could be his first game back against the Saints. And so, that kind of, I ain't saying we ducking no smoke, but homie nice, man. There's a reason why homie went for 1,000 yards on the ground and 1,000 in the air. C-Mac, he the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you may not have to play him, and we'll see how it all kind of falls out. You know what I'm saying? The Saints gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right, guys. Chill out. They're gonna be straight.
I'm not worried. It's just for me, the biggest disappointment is our defense. And, I want to contribute the fact that they were on the field as long as they were to their performance. But the reality is they were on the field as long as they were because they kept allowing the Raiders to extend plays. And we got to get a stop. When you are in these crucial situations and you need your QB back on the field, we got to get a stop.
All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm getting a few comments in our Facebook Messenger. Look, we showed up, Miss Neek. We gave the people what they wanted. We said we was gonna do the show. We here. We on Spreaker, a familiar network. We're there. I'm gonna put you on the spot though. I got you. So since you're here, before we get out of here, I gotta put everybody, get you on the spot. When the conversation coming back, what you doing with that show? I know you over here doing the Saints show. Okay.
He played on me real quick. I do not have a upcoming release date for the conversation as of yet, but you are the third person to ask me in the last week and a half when the conversation was coming back. So apparently y'all got some things y'all want to talk about. So I'm gonna start putting some things together and we'll get the conversation recorded very, very soon. However, we are in the works for bringing back Love Sports and Hip Hop, the network. So stay tuned. Since you want to put me on blast, I'm gonna go ahead and put your ass on blast because there's a lot that J. Orleans needs to do in order to get that up and running. So I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. The conversation will be back ASAP. I definitely got to get it back up because everybody's asking for it. So I'll be back soon.
Okay. Well, I know over here it's late. It's 12 o'clock. People going night because you can't go out, and have a drink in New Orleans right now. You can't do nothing because they're telling you you're going to catch this cold. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to talk about it.
Oh, stop doing that.
With respect to those who have dealt with it and the effects of that. That ain't for y'all. That's just for everybody else that y'all got to have inside punished because it is cold, man. We should just go drop a whole bunch of bombs on China. That's what we need to do. We ain't talking about that. Y'all avoiding the conversation. How y'all gonna let the people cook this up in their lab? Y'all let them cook it up in the lab and get away with this.
Hey, Saints football. How y'all doing? So you guys have been tuned into the fifth quarter. I'm your girl, Miss Neek. We will be here every single Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever the Saints play. When you see the clock strike 0-0, when that fat lady over there singing her tune, bring y'all behinds, because I can't cuss every time I cuss, he get on me. Bring y'all behinds to YouTube and get ready because we coming with that heat. Now, I don't know if Dub gonna be here or not now.
Yeah, missing in action.
No,
he's scared of the bully. He's scared they got a new bully now. He's scared of the bully. That's what I'm gonna say. When he come back and look at this show, I'm gonna he used to face the bully when he was in elementary school. You know how it was on Friday. You get knocked out, Debo knock you on your ass, you get on up. You know what I'm saying? You get up.
I can't say for certain if Dub is gonna be here every week, but your girl Neek, boy J. Orleans will definitely be here serving up our recap of the Saints game as it played out in front of us. So, Jay, I'm going to let you go ahead and wrap us up.
Guys, LSU football on Saturday. Yes, Phil, the SEC is back. I'm going to try to give y'all a little bit more during the week. I'm working on my album right now, Black Royal. It's going to be special. It's been a long time in the making. I'm like, a little baby J Electronica on the slick, as relates to everybody been waiting on this project. but it's well worth the wait. Promise it is. So just keep tapped for that. We should have a video or something up in the, up in the air for y'all.
We're not gonna line you up with Jay Electronica because Jay Electronica did not come out the way that he needed to come out. He relied on Jay-Z, and I wouldn't say that that's the way we're gonna do that.
No, but, we ain't. It's gonna be me on that thing. It's gonna be me on that thing. I'm gonna light it up. I'm gonna be like Nas. I don't even want no features. I kind of just want to do this thing on me. Now, since we're talking about it and we get ready to go out, I might invite the homie Currency in, because he's a good cat. I got a real life story with him, just real quick, in about 30 seconds. My son had a major injury last year. They are Currency fans. And some of y'all are like, you let your children listen to Currency content. Yeah, I do. Okay, I do. Yes, Shouts out to the Jets. Okay, I don't indulge in that lifestyle, but that's my bro. Okay, I'm proud of what he's doing with his independent movement. He one of the dopest MCs from the South. So I show him love. So yeah, my children know who he is. We on the way to school. He lives in my neighborhood. Now, I ain't got the kind of money he got. His neighborhood is gated. My neighborhood is open, and it is what it is. But we go to the same gas station at Walmart sometime, okay? So I'm getting out of the car. I said, y'all, look who that is over there. They're like, Dad, who that is? I said, man, that's Currency. I told y'all he stay in the hood. I jump out the whip. I said, what's happening, dog? He said, what's good? I said, look, man, my kids, they love what you do, man. They you mind it? How? He said, oh, nah, man, they good, man. He said, man, where they at? So my son get up out the car. He trying to grab his crutch. Say, no, man, don't let him get up, man. I'm coming to him. He came over there, shook both of their hands, talked to him, showed him love, show my son love. And I ain't come at him with the, I produce, can I catch a feature? Because, as artists, that's aggravating. We just, you want to just be regular people. You know what I'm saying? And it was, I wanted that moment to be what it was for the kids. So if anybody hits this album, I might let Currency bless the album. We may do that. But if it ain't him, you getting me authentic, it's gonna be crazy. And yeah, it's gonna be special. So yeah, I'm working on that. That's what's kind of kept some of that love sports hip hop stuff. But we can't hold it off no more. We got a big election. Make sure this wouldn't even be us without us being true. Y'all go vote. Please go vote. Yeah.
Please register to vote. Please get your mail-in ballots sent off ASAP, at least a month in advance, because he's playing with the Postal Service. Tell him when it's gonna get there. And then I also want to shout out a couple people that hit me up in my inbox that are watching. One says he can't comment, but great job as always. And he said New Orleans is gonna be 9-7 at best. Hater, that's a Buccaneer fan, so you can go crickets for me, Jay. That's it. I don't want to hear none of that. And then my homegirl says, you talking like you know what you're talking about. Go ahead and rep for the ladies. I appreciate you. So Jay, we almost done. We wrapping, huh?
Yeah, we good. I just, we took a little detour. We out of here. We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. We'll be back. Saints next game, next Sunday night, they play Green Bay. As Ms. Neek said, look, do this. Don't be lazy. If you're watching the show right now, subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening to us and you're trying to find out where that's at, Sports Talk NOLA, just type in the fit quarter. That's FIFTH for y'all who can't spell, and quarter. If you don't know how to spell quarter,
then you don't need one. You ain't worth one.
Yeah, you don't even listen to us. We're going to go on and just tell you that. Don't even listen to us. We out of here, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Ms. Neek, I did find a little something that I could play for the people. I'm going to play a little something for the people. I did that to kind of open the show and do that. So I'm going to do that again and send the people off with some type of good energy and good feelings because, it wasn't really a good experience for us if you watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are tuned into the fifth quarter. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see y'all next week. I'm your girl, Miss Neek. That's J.R. Lees, and we'll be at y'all.
We've taken the lead.